How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Game Room. Today, I have an interesting thought after recent events dating back to June of this year and going on still today. Has Nintendo won Square Enix back? We all know Square Enix. Even if you're not familiar with the company itself, you've definitely heard of some of its games. Known for many gaming hits, such as Chrono Trigger, which set a huge standard for all JRPGs ahead of it, Dragon Quest, the #1 selling JRPG in Japan, Kingdom Hearts, and of course, Final Fantasy. Back in the good old days of yore when the NES and Super Nintendo reigned supreme over any other console before it, both in hardware and in software, Nintendo was blessed with some of the best third-party games imaginable. From the first 6 Final Fantasy games to, again, Chrono Trigger. But it seems after the Final Fantasy VI, there was a lack of interaction with Nintendo and Square Enix. With Final Fantasy VII being dropped from the N64 and ported to the PlayStation 1 due to a lack of disk drive on the Nintendo 64, Nintendo had only kept a small relation with Square in the home division. They have released some games, such as Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm Heaven, I believe that's the name, and then who can forget Mario Sports Mix, and Fortune Street, of course. But it's the handheld division where Nintendo seemed to really shine with Square Enix, at least somewhat. Hits like Children of Mana for the Game Boy Advance, Bravely Default for the 3DS, these games kept a glimmer of light growing. Come 2015 though, we get a huge announcement from Nintendo. The Nintendo NX is revealed at a press conference this spring, under and still named Dedicated Home Console NX, only to be later revealed by the Wall Street Journal as a handheld console hybrid. But this isn't why we're here. Let's get back to Square Enix. About 2 months after the announcement of the NX, Square Enix at a Japanese showing confirms Dragon Quest X Remake to come to the PS4 and NX, and then Dragon Quest XI for the PS4, NX, and a special 3DS version, only to later go back on their words the next day claiming it was a consideration, which every news journalist and YouTubers such as GameXplain knew they were totally bullshitting us. We all knew what they meant, but Nintendo, not wanting to hurt Wii U sales any further than they already have, told Square Enix to revise their statements. Another 2 months go by, we get rumor after rumor after rumor, but then Square makes another announcement. They say, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn will be on the Nintendo NX if Nintendo accepts their online policies. Later this month, a Japanese hardware company, I don't remember the name exactly, I just know it's a company that's like really known for making gaming hardware, claims the Nintendo NX will start production in October and begin mass production in June 2016. Come October, the Wall Street Journal confirms NX dead kits are indeed out and that the NX will not include not only a home console, but a handheld as well. Keep in mind, Nintendo confirmed to merge their home and handheld console divisions right after E3 2014. And now again back to Square. It's November 12th, 2015. Nintendo is hosting their latest Direct after nearly 5 months of dormancy. Throughout the Direct, many Square Enix titles were presented. Final Fantasy Explorers, the surprising localization of Dragon Quest 7 and 8, which seems to correlate with everything else, almost magically. And of course, the cloud reveal for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. With the NX bound to release in 2016, there's really nothing showing that it will release later than that. Many questions arise. The two main ones being, all of a sudden, why is Square Enix supporting Nintendo so much? Even though there has been claims of other third-party companies, saying they'll support Nintendo, but I don't believe a word EA says about Nintendo ever, especially after the whole Wii U debacle. And I believe the most exciting question was, will Final Fantasy VII HD be on the NX? Personally, I see it happening. Even though Final Fantasy VII HD, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, is a timed exclusive for the PlayStation 4, but it is coming to the Xbox One. I don't see why it can't be ported to the NX. It gives them a year to develop, seeing as dev kits are out. It's just a really exciting path, and I cannot wait for the NX to be revealed. So tell me, what do you think? Is Nintendo winning back one of their former closest and strongest allies as a third-party developer? Tell me down below. Next time, I'll be discussing why I believe the NX will be a success and possibly one of the best Nintendo systems ever, in both of software and sales. Until next time, have a good one.